So up next, we have a very delightful speaker that I'm very proud and feel privileged to introduce. Her name is Pam Dukes. She is a director at Nuvum, which is a healthcare org. She is leading their agile transformation. She's also a leadership coach. She's an author of a recent book, which is available to get today here at the show. She's a 3-time Hall of Fame inductee from the U.S. Olympics. So she's not just a shot put, she's also a shot caller. She's a certified Harada method trainer. She's an international keynote speaker known for driving transformation through servant leadership and optimism. She is a Stanford alumni. She is trained well in organizational behavior expert, and she might also spend significant time watching sports as well. Please give Pam Dukes a warm welcome.
Microphone on? Can y'all hear me? Ooh, I think it's on now. And the clicker.
Clicker not up?
I can say next slide if you want, whatever works. Is this it?
Hey, Jim. Okay. I didn't know if this is a clicker too.
So are you navigating?
I think they're going to navigate from there.
Those lights are something. I just want to let you know.
Those lights
Okay.
are bright. That's why it's looking.
Okay.
You want me to dim them?
Yeah, you can do a little bit. Are you guys nervous? Why not? You're not up here? Good, good. I used to get nervous, but one of the things I realize is if I get nervous, that's good because it means that I care about what I'm going to do. I care about what you think about me. And if you think about it, when do you get nervous? First day of school? Maybe meeting a loved one's parents? Job interview? You're caring about the result, right? It's like I take the nervous energy in and assume that's what's supposed to happen. You can't hear me?
I need to move the mic up a little higher.
A bit more. Okay, testing. 1, 2. Is that better? Oh, he's going down.
Oh, they want higher.
Figure it out, you guys. It's all going to be okay. Like this? Don't tell anybody I worked in tech for 20 plus years, okay? Don't tell anybody. Okay. Now, am I clicking the clicker or are they? Yes, sir. Let me see, I could entertain the group. Let's see, what could I talk about? Anybody have any children? Anybody have any children in high school? Anybody have any children in high school that are driving? Oh my God. It is, wow. Yeah. I still remember, because I work from home. My son turned 16 in, when's his birthday? April? Early May, he got his provisional license, and his dad is letting him drive his older 4Runner. I think it's like a 1990-something 4Runner, so this thing is a tank. And I remember I start early on my calls at 7, and I'll never forget the morning that he first drove to school, because he otherwise would take the bus. I was on a conference call, and I heard the garage door go up. And I heard the car, and I heard him back out, and I could just feel a tear going down my eye because I realized, oh my God, he doesn't need me anymore like he used to. Because he's in the marching band. I don't know if you know, but marching band is like the new football. They practice all the time, mornings and evenings, on the weekends, all the things. It's just a lot. So I would get up and drop him off, and then I would pick him up after the games and stuff. And now I don't have to do that anymore. You guys, what am I going to do with all that time? Any suggestions? Don't yell Netflix, because I'm already on top of Netflix. Do we have any other suggestions? It's a lot. But I'm so proud of him. I could not be prouder of him. He wears my Stanford t-shirts now. When he was younger, I asked him if he wanted to go to Stanford. And he actually said to me, Mom, isn't Harvard the #1 school? As if Stanford's not good enough for him, okay? So guess what? Now he wears Stanford shirts every day. And I just look at him like, oh, we're accepting Stanford now, are we? Okay. So they're working on my slides? Huh?
Your free time, read more books so you don't stress about the kid driving.
Read more books.
That's my problem.
Maybe audio books. I don't know. I could do that. But yeah, the driving thing, I actually let him drive my car. I have an SUV, like a semi-luxury car. And we got on a main road, and I realized, okay, he's driving the 1998 4Runner. It doesn't have all the safety things that the newer SUVs do. And in mine, you can see if someone's in the zone where you can't see anything. Yes. And he didn't look at that. And so he put his blinker on and he went to go over and he almost hit a car. And that moment I thought, okay, you can't drive my car because I can't afford to fix it. So luckily his dad's come through, he's driving the 4Runner. But I mean, this is the year where I feel the pulling away from me more significantly than any other time. So y'all pray for me, okay? But he's doing well, so I think we're going to be fine. I should have bought jokes. I didn't even think I'd have to cover this one. Let's see. I'm going to tell you some of the stories I have set up for the end. We're going to do by a show of hands to see which one you want to see. The first story is how I made the Olympic team, so keep that in your head. The second story is no pain, no Spain, what it's really like to train for the Olympics. The third story is how I unintentionally got a college coach fired. And let me think. I think the fourth story is about drug testing and what it's really like to be a track athlete drug tested. All right, I need to see a show of hands. How many want to see how I made the Olympic team? Okay, now I'm forgetting the other stories. Okay, how many want to see the no pain, no Spain, the drug testing one? Okay. How about how I unintentionally got a coach fired? Yeah, that's a good story. Look at them, my people. All right, so I started throwing the shot put in high school. I was a softball player all my life. Softball's my first love. And when I got to high school freshman year, the track coach came up to me and said, you need to go off with the track team and throw the shot put. And I thought, oh yes, I'm sure it's every mother's dream to have her daughter throw the shot put. Needless to say, I was not interested. But he kept coming up to me and insisting that I try it. Should I stop doing this now? Let me finish the story. So one day he bought the shot put out to my softball practice and said, if you just throw it a couple times, I'll leave you alone. So this seemed like a good deal for me because he was driving me crazy. So I'd seen people do it. I kind of knew, all right. And so I threw the shot put 3 times. And he measured it. He was ready. And when he's done, he starts laughing. And so I thought, oh, see? I told you I wasn't very good. And so he said, no, you're just a few feet away from the school record. And I thought, okay, either they're really bad or he might be onto something. So I talked to my parents that night, and I remember my mom saying, you know, I think there may be more track scholarships than softball scholarships. And so I actually went out for track my sophomore year, and I made it to the state competition, and on the very last throw, I passed the leader. First year, winning states, throwing the shot put. Second year as a junior, I had the second farthest throw in the country. I know, it's crazy. So I got to go to UCLA and compete in the junior nationals and so forth. And so then I continued to get recruited and so forth. So we may be able to fit one of the stories afterwards. You got to hear about the track coach, the unintentional getting fired. That's a good story. Are we ready, guys? Okay, now, am I doing the slides or are you? I am. Button? Which button am I pushing? Green button? How about that, the green button? Okay, so, and I point it. There's no green, oh, the one up here? Oh, this one. Oh, this is funny. All right, so my name is Pam Dukes, as you know, and I am not a DevOps person. If you were gonna come up to me and talk about pipelines and stuff, you're gonna be disappointed. That is not my expertise. I'm gonna glaze over and say, yeah. They asked me if I would be the community speaker, which means I can kind of talk about whatever I want. So that's what I'm gonna do. You've just had lunch. I can already see the carbohydrates working in, so I need everybody up. Let's go. They're like, oh my God, really? All right, we're gonna do what I call the pledge. I need you to raise your right hand. Repeat after me. I promise. I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. I promise.
I promise.
To listen to Pam. To be open. To try and learn something. And most importantly, to be kind. Have a seat, thank you. There's just way too much not good stuff out there, y'all. So I am looking for kindness in here as best we can. So now, thank you. I'm going to teach you guys how to be great conference attendees. You've got a lot of speakers up here. They have taken their time away from their family, away from work now to make their presentations. And I'm going to show how you can pay that back. You see on this slide, there's a QR code. If you can, I want you to scan it. It will take you to my LinkedIn profile. I would like you to open up your, I know, the worst thing I could do as a speaker is tell you to open your phones. Scan the code, find my profile, and either connect with me or follow me. When I'm speaking today, what I would like for you to do is take a picture, maybe a couple pictures. And then I want you to go to LinkedIn and say, hey, attending the DevOps Dallas conference, listening to Pam talk, having a great time. The DevOps Dallas, I believe, is a hashtag, so that will pull in all the folks that connected to that, and you will help promote the event. That is one thing you could do for all of the speakers. If you want to embellish and say she was life-changing, I'll never be the same, yeah, that's fine. But a simple like, thanks for coming, look forward to seeing you again, would be great. Sound fair? And again, I want you to do this for the other speakers too, so don't just do it for me. Take a picture, say I'm at the conference, and it'll also prove to your bosses, like, yeah, I did go to the conference. I'm really here. I've got pictures. Okay, so this is my formal bio. My Uncle Nigel helped me create this. Looks like I did a lot of stuff, doesn't it? One of the things I recognize in doing all this speaking is that people have a tendency to get off this slide as fast as possible. Very uncomfortable sharing what they've done and their accomplishments. Why do you think that is? Anybody? Pam, we want you to answer. There's something about standing in your accomplishments and feeling proud that makes people uncomfortable. And I was that way until about 7 or 8 years ago, where I realized, I'm not doing that anymore. Because people consider me a role model. And if I can't wait to get off of this and not talk about what I've done, then what can I expect everybody else to do? So I am giving you permission to stand in your accomplishments and be proud. So this is the longest I've left this slide up, so I think I'm doing pretty well, but we have 2 more. Are you ready? How about some pictures? The picture on the left is when I arrived at Stanford as a freshman. I'm wearing sweats, because sweats are very forgiving. Cannot see what kind of shape I'm in coming in. But you'll see, as my growth happened and as I improved, we start showing a little skin, right? Feeling good about ourselves. And then we get to the magic photos. Photo on the left is when they announced my name in Barcelona and I walked in to compete in the Olympics. And the cool thing about that, if you look, you can see my name in the background. You can see the Pamela Dukes on the bottom of the board. I still don't know who took this picture, but they sent it to me, and I'm grateful for it. If we go down with the pink jackets, that is opening ceremonies, you guys. Penny, my girlfriend to the right, fellow thrower. We still don't know how we made that happen. We just followed everybody down in the bleachers, and all of a sudden, we were in the front row. So when we walked in, my parents' phone went crazy. Is that Pam? Is that her? It's like, yes, that's Pam. Very fortunate for that. You'll see the Olympic pictures on the right, and then of course I get to go to the White House with the president. It's a good deal. My favorite pictures are the muscle pictures. You know when I think about these pictures? When I'm in a meeting with the tech teams, and someone starts raising their voice. Someone starts yelling, and I just think, is he yelling at us? Because this is not going to happen. He has no idea about my background, does he? If you knew my background, you might not be yelling at us. So I just stop the meeting. I say, okay, we need to calm down a minute. Let's take a beat. You know, everyone's emotions are high. Let's come back to it. That's what I'm thinking about when those situations happen. All right. So we're going to do an exercise. We're talking about the relay. We're talking about passing the baton. I need 4 volunteers. Would you guys at that table, would you come volunteer for me? Don't worry, you don't have to run. It's a walking exercise. They're like, oh my God, why did I sit here? Why did I sit here? It's easy. So now I'm talking about the baton and the relay in my presentation. No, you'd have to come up. You can just stay right here where people say. So I'm going to hand the baton to someone. What I'm going to ask you to do is you are going to act as if you're on a relay team. So we're going to have you stand about there, and then maybe 4 or 5 feet up will be the next person, right? You're spread out. Right. And what I'm going to have you do is pass the baton like a relay race. So you need to give it to her because she's going to start. Okay? So go ahead and give it to her. Whenever you're ready, you can start walking, and you're going to pass the baton to her. You'll go to her, and you'll go to him. All right? Whenever you're ready, let's get started. Yeah, just walk up there and pass the baton. Okay. All righty. Okay. Let's give him a hand. Thank you. You can have a seat. Thank you very much. I will call you back, though, so get excited. All right. Now, how'd they do? Okay? They didn't drop the baton, right? They were able to get it around. All right. Now we're going to see how the professionals do it. Whenever you guys are ready. You want me to push it? Okay. Oh. It's not starting from the clicker. So if you think it would play if we took it out of presentation? Give him a chance to get it going. If not, we can keep going. Ooh, there it is. Okay. All right. Well, let me tell you what you would have seen, okay? This is a clip from the 2024 Olympics. And I was highlighting the American team in the 4x1. These are the best we have, you guys. They all run under 10 seconds flat in the 100. And if you're not familiar, there's a lot of controversy about the US relay team. Can you imagine why? Any ideas? They're not winning. They've got the best people in track and field, and they're not winning. So if you watch the video, the leg takes off, the first guy's good, he goes to the second leg to pass, and he almost runs past him. So the leg, it's like, you know, kind of that, and the other guys are gone, and he passes the baton. And when you're running something like 100 meters, seconds count. So you see everybody take off, and then they get the baton, and he goes. And at that point, we're not winning, because you have already given the rest of the group a lead. They're not slowing down. So as they continue, they pass, and you'll see the United States go, and we have some great runners there. I think they got 6th or something, which is unheard of for the 4x1. And there's a lot to talk about on why aren't we winning anymore. What would be a possibility that you could think of why the US might be having trouble in the 4x1? What do you say? Sorry?
Coordination.
Poor condition? Coordination. You're onto something. Anybody else? What you got? Communication. Okay. Track and field is a gigantic sport all over the world, except here. And it's my understanding that a lot of the other teams actually live near each other. So if they want to practice the relay, they can practice at any time. Guess where our best sprinters live in the United States? Okay, let's see. Let's start on the West Coast. We got California, we got Oregon, we've got some in Washington. If we come down to Arizona, we've got Texas. Of course, we have Texas, we have Louisiana, we have Florida, we have Georgia, we have up east. They're everywhere. Because when you live in the US, you can live wherever you want. You don't have to live near each other to compete. And another thing the US does, we pick the relay team at the Olympic trials. So before then, no one really knows who's going to be on the relay. Now you know who's got the best time and everything, but we don't know who's going to be on it. So once the team is decided, you've got about a month to practice with each other before you compete. And then, what if somebody gets hurt? You haven't had all the practicing with all the different guys. Coordination, communication. This is one of the biggest problems they say we have. And we drop the baton too, y'all. If you go back and start Googling USA 4x1, you will see relays where the baton drops. Another problem, there's a passing lane where when you're running, you have to do it between the two marks they have on the track. You have to. You can't go past it and then pass the baton, or else, guess what? You're disqualified. Yes. Big controversy. So I share this with you, and thank you for your ideas about why you think we're failing. There are a lot of professional people who know what's happening and talk about it, but nobody's really doing anything to fix it. All right. So our theme is getting better together. And when I think about that, I think, well, there's 2 ways we can do this. I need to get better as an individual, and I also need to get better to help my team. So let's take a look. What is our problem if we're having problems with our teams? The first problem is we're not working on improving as an individual. The second one is the teams aren't doing so well. Everywhere I go, whoever I talk to, I hear about problems with teams. We're going to start with the individual. You're not working on improving. Ooh, that's a wrap. That's interesting. Okay, so how do you know what you need to improve? There's what you believe you're doing, and there's the perception of what you're doing. Are you asking for feedback? How do you know you're doing good as a team? Are you setting goals? Are you looking at your performance? Are you doing professional development? How many people's professional development is this conference? And that's it. Oh, I saw your hand there. Don't put it down. I saw you. And that's okay. But it looks like everybody else is either lying or doing professional development throughout the year. That is fantastic. We have to continuously improve. We have to believe we can get better, and we have to hold each other accountable. If this is the only professional development you do, no shade on this conference is great, we need to do more. It's important. So if we're not, what we want to do is ask for feedback regularly. And I know this is hard, because some people you ask for feedback, they're not very kind, are they? We want to find out how we're doing and how we get better. We want to set goals, and most importantly, we need accountability partners. How many people here have or are investing in a personal coach? Oh my God, I don't see any hands. Okay, let me ask another question. How many people have a fantastic boss or mentor that they're working with to get better? Okay, I feel better. That was rough, y'all. I was thinking, wait. One of the best ways you can improve is having someone to help you. And one of the things I've learned, if it's a friend or a spouse, it's not as effective because you know who's going to let you off the hook? Your friend or spouse. Oh, Pam, you had a hard week. Yeah, we'll just work on that reading and book report and other things you're working on later. You need someone who's going to say, look, it's 2 weeks now and you haven't done what you said. Let's get it done by Sunday. You need that kind of energy. And one of the things I find, no matter what I'm talking to engineers or agile folks or project managers, a lot of people aren't investing in developing their own skills. We will spend money on all kinds of things, but we don't spend money on getting someone to help us. At this stage, I've probably had about 6 coaches, y'all. Many of you know my main coach. I call him Uncle Nigel, Nigel Thurlow. Yeah, he takes up the whole room. If you don't know who he is, you should Google him. He's really smart. And Nigel doesn't pull any punches. He's not like, oh, I'm talking to Pam and she's a girl, so let me, soften the feedback. He's like, yeah, well, it doesn't look like you know what you're doing. Like, okay, thank you, Nigel. My point is you have to have someone in your corner and you have to have someone coaching you and helping you. If you get nothing from me today other than investing in yourself and finding someone, that's what I want you to take away. Make sense? Okay. All right. Ooh. Oh, one more. All right. So when you do this, your self-awareness gets better. You understand how people view you. A lot of people show up in meetings and stuff. They have no idea what people are thinking about them. You make progress, you get help from your coach, and then you feel good. Don't you feel good when you're learning and growing and getting better? It's a good feeling, isn't it? You've taken a class and you've maybe taken a test or gotten a certification. It makes you feel good. These are the things you have to do to improve as an individual. And ideally, then you come out as you 2.0. People notice when you're doing that. More likely to be asked to help on harder projects or efforts, maybe even a potential promotion. All of this stuff feeds into how you're perceived when you show up at your job. And importantly, you start building relationships too. The person's coaching you, your boss, other folks, and ideally, you raise your hand to help someone. The more you help someone, the more you gain the knowledge you're teaching, and then the more you are recognized. One of the lessons I had to learn as a project manager was there's 3 levels to how you show up at work. Level 1 is, okay, I got a new job, I have my job description, I'm going to do all those things. I had a spreadsheet, I checked them off every week. I'm killing it. Nope, not really. That's level 1. You know why? First, they don't put all the things they need you to do on your job description. It's more like a suggestion. This is what we think we want you to do, but don't let it bind you. Level 2, you start noticing what other people are doing, volunteering to do other work, raising your hand, asking your boss, do you need some help? Those things changed my career. Just raising my hand. Can I help someone? Anyone need any help? Oh, I went to this class and I learned something. Can I show it to everybody else? Are you ready for level 3? Level 3 is anticipation. Level 3 is you see stuff coming. Oh, wait, we're doing this, and I remember last time we had this problem, so let me get that ready. Let me do some extra work for it. These are important. 1 is job description, 2 is a little bit of helping others, volunteering, and 3 is anticipation. I came up with this on my own because I think it's important. So if you learn nothing else, wait, I already said that twice, right? Well, if you learn something else, try to remember those levels. And if you feel like, maybe I need to do better at work, I need to improve, consider some of these things because I think they would help you. All right? All right, problem number 2. Teams aren't doing well. Anybody work anywhere where you have some teams that might be struggling a little bit? Okay, love the honesty, thank you. So teams aren't succeeding. Conflict we're not reaching our goals. And guess what? It's not like they reduce the amount of work that you have to do. I feel like expectations have never been higher. How are we going to fix this? What are we going to do? Well, if you've got a problem person on the team, somebody's got to fix that. The more you let someone disrupt a team, is the more your message to the team is, this is okay. This is the behavior that we're accepting. And we don't want that to happen. So someone's got to be strong enough to say, yeah, let me meet with you. Let's have a conversation of like, what's going on with you? I notice you're going against what everyone else is doing. You're kind of disagreeing with everyone. You know, we're a team. We succeed together or we fail together. What can we do to get you to get on board? We need you to be a team player. So we need to teach people to be a team player. I'm fortunate because I feel like I learned a lot of this from sports, and then I just transitioned it to work. But remember the kid in grade school who like fought people and threw his shoes if his team didn't win and just, you know, was unhappy? They are not team players. And guess what? You're working with some of those people. So you have to find a way to confront that. If you do, you're going to improve the team dynamics, you're going to improve the behavior, and you're going to improve the performance. But if you ignore it, it's not going to happen. I was talking last night with some of the speakers, and I said, one of the biggest challenges I see is sometimes we join an organization and team, and you've got a SME. Been there years, knows everything, wants to do everything, doesn't want to teach anybody. Anybody ever work with this person? Mm-hmm. Guess what you have to do? That person's boss has to change their success criteria. You are no longer to be measured in how much work you do. You are going to be measured in how much you help your team. This is the same philosophy that Phil Jackson used with Michael Jordan. I don't need you to score 50 points every night. I need you to make everybody else better. And by hopefully getting the SME on board, you will be able to do that. If not, you know what happens? At some point they move on. They just decide, well, we're going to have to figure it out anyway, so we're going to let Steve go, and it'll force the team to get in there and learn how things work. Please don't let this happen. Please intervene. All right, taking action on issues, getting help, communication, all of these things are necessary to improve your team. There's training, there's all kinds of things you could do. If you are having a problem with your team you cannot solve, talk to someone. Talk to a manager. Talk to one of the leadership people. Anything you can do. Don't sit there and just let it happen, because then you're part of the problem. And I know all the smart people in here do not want to be part of the problem. Agreed? Thank you, I appreciate that. All right, so we're trying to get better together. We need to earn the trust of people. We need to be supportive. One of these things I feel is a little bit of a problem now, and I want you to guess which one I'm going to talk about. What do you think on here is something that I feel like I need to talk about? Nope. Thank you. Accessibility. You know why? I work from home, so I'm on conference calls all day. And I am visible because I understand what my presence means, and I want them to understand that I am there to support the team. We get the body language going. I'm on camera. Guess what? Not everybody else is on camera. I am here to tell you, I get it. It is hard to be on camera all day, and I'm not on camera all day. But at some point, you have to show yourself. You know why? Because it's very easy to wonder, what's that other person doing? They're not really saying anything. They're on the call, but I don't know. I don't know what value I'm getting from this person. And this is a sticky situation, so please don't write me on LinkedIn and say, Pam, you were wrong about that. Just consider it. I'm not asking for it all the time. I get it. Sometimes you can't. But when there's a town hall or when your manager's having a meeting, be on camera. Because that visibility can help you. If he's seen you or she's seen you, and now they're thinking, you know, we're going to lose a team lead, we need to promote someone, who should we promote? They might choose you just because they're used to seeing you. You never know. Accessibility is important. Trust me, I have to hire people. I talk to people who hire people all the time. And then having a presence and being visible is important. Not all the time. Don't come at me after this meeting and say, Pam, you were wrong, and we don't agree with you. Just take a little bit of what I'm saying and consider it, okay? All right. So we talked about the relay analogy. At work, we're running a relay. We're trying to get the baton passed. We're trying to help each other. We're trying to get down the road and reach our goals. And I feel like the relay is a great example of that. So as you're working, I want you to think about that baton passing. Am I doing everything I can to help my team, to get the work done, to make us make progress to the end, and am I being a team player? That's what matters. And when we talk about the baton, which I already put down, to me, this is communication. And I think someone here suggested that when I talked about the problems. The communication is key. If I don't know when to put my hand back in a relay because you're coming to get the baton, I'm telling you, you guys got to Google this video because you see it. The guy runs up to the person, and they're next to each other, and he's trying to get the baton. And by then, everybody else is gone, y'all. You can't make up that time. So the practice the handoffs, practice the communication. I don't think there's anywhere I've worked where I joined and people haven't told me, Pam, we have a communication problem. You know, the people up top know what's going on. The worker bees down here, we have no idea. Nobody's communicating with us. And when people don't know what's happening, they sometimes fill it in a negative way. They don't think, oh, everything's great, and they're not telling me anything, but I feel good. No. See, you laugh because you know. They think, they're not talking to me, what's going on? Am I in trouble? What's going on? So consider that communication and that baton example that we have. It's critical. All right. We need to be aligned on our goals, our vision. We support each other. And then the most important thing that I find teams don't do, they don't celebrate their wins. It's always on to the next thing. What else do we have to do? What are we trying to get done this year? What's our roadmap for next year? What are we doing? We never just take the time and say, hey, we got that thing out. We're helping a lot of people. We've done good. Make sure you do that with your teams, your organization. And if it doesn't happen, talk to your bosses and say, hey, can we have like maybe a retro and talk about some of the wins we had? People need to hear that and get that good job. We need that positive communication. Just putting your head down and working all the time, it gets lonely. It gets hard. When we work together, we build our resilience, we get stronger, we trust each other, we grow. It's all positive. There's nothing negative in it. I was going to have you do another example of the relay pass, but since the video didn't go, I'm going to let you guys do. I'm going to say you don't have to do that one. Unless you really want to. Do you want to do the baton again? They say no. Okay. So Pam, what are our takeaways? We got to focus on the individual improvements and the team improvements. I hope you guys are putting this stuff on LinkedIn. I'm looking at some of you. I see some phones. That's good. Remember, it's not a sprint. It takes time. Set those goals and do your best to achieve them. All right. Just one little extra thing I wanted to share. This used to be me. He mentioned I was a certified Harada trainer. When I set goals, I went all in. Spreadsheets, it looked like an accountant working. A wall of Post-its you would not even believe. I mean, it was a lot. And as I've matured, I've realized, you know, this is a lot. This is a lot, y'all. I don't want to do this anymore. So now I do this. I do vision boards. The one on the left is last year. The one on the right is this year. Now, you'll see the pictures. You may not understand what they mean, but they mean something to me. And these are on my work computers and my personal computers. So when I sit down every day, I'm reminded that I want to take care of my health, that I want to eat well, that I want to spend time with my family. You see on the bottom right where the word says health? There's a picture of an auditorium and a microphone. I wonder what that is. That's you guys. I wanted to come and share what I know. This is my third keynote. I think I have 2 more planned this year. I don't submit. I don't reach out. People reach out to me and say, will you come speak? I say, absolutely. As long as my boss says okay. All right. I think we are at time. Does anybody have any questions? No? Okay. So my last slide is my book. I actually became an author this year. And I have them here, and I'm selling them at a discount. Thank you. So 2-second synopsis. This book talks about what it was like for me to retire from my sport. It was devastating. I think I went through a level of depression, and I had to find my new identity. I had to figure out what's next. So if you know someone who's struggling, who needs to pivot, who needs to make a big jump, who doesn't know what to do, who needs some strategies, I think this would be really helpful. I have a freshman cousin at Boston College playing D1 soccer. Every page is highlighted. She keeps sending me screenshots. It's like, well, I know I'm helping her. That's great. If you know someone you think this would help, or you just want to have a memento, come see me. We'll be sitting out back. That's it. Thank you.